Right. Circumstances of Fabio's death. Fabio was sacrificed on an altar during a occult ritual. Occult. What's this? A bloody hand.
A person leaned against the doorframe. They left a smudged trail of blood.
So he got hit over here.
A bloody handprint on an armchair. The wounded person was here for some time. There appear to be no further traces leading to the altar.
That's interesting. Did he get stabbed here? Why was he clenching the roll, the whatever, the sheet, the bed sheet? Oops. Did we get all the clues? Talk with Virgil again.
You've got a lot to do, Sherlock.
No, you got a lot to do.
The sign reminds me of the astrological symbol for Mars.
Also, it's a dude and a lady. What's this? We missed something.
Props, decorations, and tools for a more detailed set. Props, decorations, and tools for a more detailed set.
What's this? Fancy water can?
The pitcher is empty, but with puddles around it.
Oh. So somebody used it recently to clean the blood.
Blood clots are adhered to the sides of the drain.
So, Sherry, do you have any ideas about the case?
Perhaps. I think I can deduce what happened here.
Mayhaps. Get out of my way, John. Idiot. Right. So the bad guy locked the door. Probably stabbed him. He bashed the dude's head over here. And then dragged him. There we go. Around. After he was done, he came in here to wash his hands. And then stash the bloody whatever. Come on. Right?
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
Oh, that's not the suspect, that's Fabio. There we go.
You're not even trying,
What?
Sherry. Concentrate.
So he bashes Fabio's head in, drags him to the thingy, stabs him. This looks alright. Yeah, that's what happened. There's a different No, he was definitely stabbed. Was Fabio the one that locked the door?
You're not even trying.
You're not even
Sherry.
trying.
Concentrate.
That guy locks the door. But that's exactly what happened. What the fuck? I'm so confused.
The
What?
bottle was used as a weapon during a scuffle in the smoking lounge.
It's the same.
Then, to ensure no one would interrupt, the murderer locked the door. The unconscious body of the victim was moved to the altar room. Once the body was on the altar, the murderer thrust the dagger into the victim's heart. Symbols were drawn with the blood. The wardrobe was used to hide the bloodied robe from anyone's eyes. The killer washed himself and took a clean robe from the hanger before leaving.
Are you all right? You're on the floor, not moving.
Don't worry
I
about it.
think I know what happened here.
Think I know everything now. You are the killer. Fabio was killed in a ritual murder. Let's go with the occult. Because fuck it. The murderer was in possession of a key to the outer room and locked the door. And the only one that has a key is my dear friend Virgil.
I'm starting to put the pieces together.
Fabio was stabbed.
I see nothing gets past you, Werner. Yes, he was stabbed, but only after being knocked out in the next room and placed here. I do not yet know why.
So, who's responsible?
Well, it was one person working alone, and the murderer has now donned a robe. He or she could be hiding in plain sight. We have lost time, Werner, but your discretion may prove to be a benediction.
Yes,
after all.
right under my nose. So why do I have the
The
key?
murderer had to have access to this room. After the crime, he used his own key to lock the door. So, who had the key to the altar room?
I'm not sure. As a special guest, I was provided one by Mr. Manchios. He should be able to tell you of any others.
Where can I find him?
Most likely in the main hall, entertaining his guests. He has a mask with golden stars. You can't miss him. But please be discreet. We don't want to risk disturbing the revelry.
Of course.
I know you can untangle this mess.
You're still on my suspect list. You're on my shit list. And he's nervous. So a gold star boy. And nervous. It's this one.
Kurt Manchios, I presume. I'm Sherlock Holmes.
No names.
Oh, you must be the one Werner told me about. What a sweet voice you have. It must belong to a handsome young man. Can I call you Sherlock?
Hey, back off,
As you
Grandpa.
wish, Mr. Manchios. Mr. Vogel asked me to help you. The body in the altar room requires answers, and quickly. I suspect the murderer to still be here.
What? Lower your voice. I don't want anyone to hear us.
Did you know Fabio well?
People are starting to look at us, Sherlock. Change the subject. I can't believe what happened to him. To me. Such an atrocity. Think what it means for me. A wonderful evening for so many good.
I hear a lot of
and
me,
rich
me,
people
me's.
has been ruined. I have betrayed all my promises of
Person
soft
died,
delights.
Mr.
I don't understand.
Whatever your
Surely
name was.
A murder would affect your reputation to a greater extent.
Please, isn't this why you are here? I thought you were a silent magician. Do your tricks and make it go.
No, I ask questions and I'm very loud.
I need to find all those who had the key to the altar room. As far as I know, Mr. Vogel, Fabio, and you had access to it. Is that correct?
That is correct, yes. Also, Matista and Santos.
Who?
Santos. Who is that?
Santos Pinchetti, my major domo. In his
The what now?
room, at least.
I'd like to speak to Mr. Pinchetti and Matista. Do you have somewhere I might have a private conversation with them?
Of course, of course. Let me think. Matista is entertaining the guests somewhere, and Santos... Oh, yes. He will be busy with the servants. Or the cook. What's that noise? What's going on?
Oh crap. Nobody move.
Please, filth. You're under arrest.
What? It's a raid. It's a goddamn raid. They got us, boys. Those son of a bitches got us. Wait, what? That's a bit unnecessary. Well, there goes the case. That guy's having fun on the table. That guy's not having any fun. And there's me. God, that Virgil set me up. We'll kick his ass.
Committed a crime, and now I have to free you, kiss your hand, and apologize for the inconvenience. Your Grace.
I did tell you that Mr. Vogel and I were innocent. I emphasized it in my statement.
Your statement? Thanks to some bigwigs who work for the so-called good of the country by releasing fleas like you. Thank God we
Please?
had Vogel in this letter. Once I get to that goldfish, I'll...
Bigwig. Ah, my wretched brother Mycroft and his long nose.
Wait, did you say Mycroft? Mycroft Holmes? Are you the youngest son of Violet Holmes?
Yeah.
Rest her soul.
You knew my mother?
Not personally, no. Not exactly. I was working on the paperwork for that case.
Would you happen to remember anything of the events?
Well, I didn't make the inquiry, but I remember seeing some notes. Why?
You must help me. It would mean a great deal to me if you could find any information about that day.
Huh. Got you hooked, right? You know what? Stark and the others think they're the smartest here, thanks to you. Let me get this straight. Are you listening to me, lad?
I'm all ears.
Take this case. Report to me only, to Constable Harvey Oswald. I'll leave everything I have on this table. Find the murderer. Be a real copper. Question the suspects, make them sing, give me something substantial.
And if Mr. Vogel is not a suspect?
If he's innocent, then you can take your favourite degenerate away from here. If you slip
Yeah.
or mess with the evidence, then trust me, your brother won't save you from my bludgeon. Meanwhile, I'll be checking the archive for you. If anybody asks, then you're a consulting detective.
Oh
Let's
yeah.
make a start then, partner.
Yay, I'm a real
I'm
detective
glad
now.
we managed to get the scoop before the raid.
Gifted cufflinks. Vojo is under arrest. Interesting, interesting. Following a report from a witness of a satanic ritual who claimed to have found a body, the raid on the Manchius mansion was granted. It resulted in the arrest of multiple suspects and dispersal of a group in masks and robes caught in act of gross indecency and unnatural behavior. The body of the victim was found lying on an altar with a knife wound in the chest. The officers identified the victim, Fabio 20, a local performer and artist. Yeah, performer. Arrested suspects Virgil had a letter of a insulting nature in his possession which had been written by the victim. Claims to have found the body. He is infamous for his eccentric personality. As Holmes carried a murder weapon, a dagger, whoops, with the victim's blood and other items of evidence. He was invited by another suspect, Voju, presumably to obscure the official investigation. The owner of the mansion and organizer of the satanic party paid the victim to participate in the ritual, had access to the crime scene. Batista. Obvious partner and participant in the ritual, tried to escape, resisted arrest, owns a book with a description of the ritual performed in the outer room. Some of the guests are temporarily detained for further questioning. I. Santos Pinchetti am a witness who reports a suspicion of murder at Manchio's mansion in Grand Sarai. God damn it, Santos. During preparations for the social party, I heard loud noises from the closed outer room. Immediately I thought of the sacrifice of a living being overviewed by none other than Kurt Manchius. There was blood on the walls, strange symbols, and a dagger in the heart. As soon as I was able to think clearly, I rushed to the police station to report my finding. The station responded to the deposition by sending a patrol, while the witness left the station and went home. Interesting. Provider of this ticket has permission to inspect all evidence. Yes. Hell yeah. The keys or yep, maybe.
Back on track to solve the case.
Yay. Back on track. Right, let me change my clothes real quick. The murderer cleaned their self. How is a major domo? I'm too lazy to read all of this, so I'll just go like this. Chet is a suspect who should be arrested and questioned. He had a key which he did not mention in his deposition. Seriously, what's a major domo? Come on. Santos is a suspect. Whoops, I forgot to change me clothes. I cannot change me clothes. This is the interrogation room.
I can't go back to prison.
You've never been to prison. Stop being so dramatic.
Look, I found Werner.
What's in here? Is that a recording device? Empty. I guess they're all empty. But I should just go to Werner. Right, confess.
Werner, are you alright?
Oh, yes. Everything's fine. In fact, it's something of a family reunion. My brother spent quite some time in this place himself.
You should not be here. I told the police everything I knew, but they refused to let you go. They require proof to free you.
Ha! What did you expect? The mighty Sherlock Holmes swans in, tells the officers what to think, and the world obeys?
Of course not. Anyway, I struck a deal with the
I mean, of
constable,
course
and I've
not.
got a free hand in the investigation. I find proof to solve the case for him. He obtains files about my mother's death for me.
Well done. If one has the power or will and can act, then one must. I wonder, suppose you couldn't get the proof to your truth. Would you tell a lie to the guard that enabled my freedom, knowing my innocence? Would that not be just?
I wouldn't.
There are lines I will not cross, Werner. I will do my best to secure your release, but with proof, not deception.
Really? How many white lies have you told on this island? Why not for me? Why not another?
That is absurd. I can resolve this without compromises. Do not give up hope. Let me see what I can do about all this.
Wait, I wanted to provide, yeah.
I don't think I can tell you anything about this. I'm not supposed to know anything about this. I'm not supposed to know anything about this. I'm not supposed to know anything about this. Do I
Whoops.
know him?
The major domo of the manor. He cleans up after you.
Well, then he does his job perfectly. All but invisible. I couldn't tell you the first thing about him. I know you can untangle this mess.
I probably can, yes. Nobody knows about Santos. Interesting. Wait, do I have to...
The air here is rather refreshing. I'd even recommend that some of my friends visit the place. You've got a lot to do, Sherlock.
Shut up. Don't tell me what I have a lot of doing.